Good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Ryan Keys, your host with Spirituality with a Spin. We've been talking about the soul. The soul is an interesting place to be. I like to be authentic and be real. I've recorded show after show at certain times and deleted every single one because when I went back to listen, it wasn't the echo of what my soul says. It was what my head was saying. And I refuse to be just someone that just representing words without emotion, without connection, without understanding a deeper level of the source and where we all come from. Everything is just noise. I won't be noise. I refuse. As should you. It's October. Time is flying by. And if you hear the music in the background, I suggest that you check out Knuckle Bear, Medicine for the People. Wow. The visuals, the songs, heavy and light, emotional, moving, freeing. Isn't that what we all are looking for? Contact. The point of contact. The moment where we feel something matters. The moment when we're moved. So I'm going to share an angel card with you today. Kick things off differently. And I have a video to release later on tonight, and I will put that up as my Sunday night treat video about silence and about how the silence says so much for all of my people out there that are stuck in the middle of this magic. You're either in the longing phase of where is my flame? You're in the chewing phase of running or chasing, or in that solitude state of separation. The angel card that we're going to talk about today is, anybody out there got a number you want to throw at me? 1 through 10? 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Layla, spend time alone in nature meditating about your desires and your intentions, and ask the angels to help you gain that positive perspective that will help you through. Didn't I just say that? Synchronicity. Synchronicities always say so much. They say the things that scare us. They say the things we don't want to hear. Deja vu, synchronicities. Those coincidences that just jump out and show us life. I came across an interesting piece about Michael Jackson, of all people, and his ideology of twin flames, and some of the things that he said about twin flames. And I just wanted to say a couple of those things because so many times we get to a place where things just seem overwhelming, and it's cool to see what somebody else that moved so many millions of people thought about it, right? He said twin souls have separate bodies when they incarnate, both at the same time, but they share a mind from a distance, embracing the whole globe. Whoa. That's pretty heavy. They share a mind from a distance, embracing the whole globe. Then he said, when one passed, like in my case, twin souls share one body. The body that remained on the earth dimension holds everything. Twin soul bonds are like eternal chords of music. Even if they can't be touched, they are never influenced. They're never broken. Nobody can break those. And the music will sustain itself forever. Then he also said one of these things that I felt was pretty interesting. Anything that you count as being from the corner of evil or negative is only something that is causing you distance between your twin soul and the source. Interesting. And we're just asking questions. We're just looking. We're just investigating. And one of the things that he also said that I wanted to just go over really quick was, whatever you believe, you become, meaning you attract things to manifest with your thoughts. And that's why it's advisable to focus on training and controlling your thoughts fully. Not really control as people do, but to master them. Being able to think purely positive when you decide to. Being able to focus on something fully without slipping away into the unseen, into the frustration. This is exactly what legendary spiritual masters have done. If you master yourself, you can master anything else in the universe. Manifest and mastering, no longer controlling. Pretty interesting take on Michael Jackson. I would have never anticipated, although his songs are very deep, right? So a lot of you have been writing me lately, and we've been talking about a lot of different things. We've been talking about faux flames, false flames. We've been talking about relationship challenges. We've been talking about the space between, the obstacles, the challenges. Are you right now in a place where you feel frustrated and separate and distant from this experience? Because fear can absolutely come up when you meet your twin. I don't think any of us will deny that, because it's an intense awakening of your soul. But it's necessary, it's inevitable, and it's going to follow that meeting. It's going to follow the deepening of self-love. Because to truly be with your twin, which I believe that we were all designed in a way to actually be with our twin, but we have to go through this clarification and clearing process. It is a tough process, right? And then there's so many different things that we've been talking about, where it's about false flames and faux flames. But does any of that really matter? The false flame experience, what does it mean? What does the false flame even mean? Because is anything in this universe that we've actually experienced false? Well, if physical was equal to false, perhaps. But look at it from an esoteric level. Look at it from an outside level. Because I've been trying to process this myself. False. A false flame, a false path, a false choice. But a choice is never false. A choice is only a choice. To love is never false. To love is to express one's self, to point yourself in the direction of divine. So is it false? There's nothing wrong with loving people that don't love you back. In fact, we should do that more, because that's the only way that you're going to permeate your own internal healing and begin to change the world, is to love and express love and to live in love. But we want to put love in a box. We want to put love in a box of like, this is how I love my mom, this is how I love my friend, this is how I love my people at work, this is how I love the first person I dated, this is how my true love, this is my false flame love, and this is my twin soul love. This is how I love my job. No, I that doesn't ring true to me. They're all different aspects of loving, but it's based on love itself. So if I love somebody that doesn't love me back, who's lost? Who lost out in that situation? If I love you and you don't love me, or if I give you and I love you and I share with you and you don't respond, or you do for a moment and then you leave and you take it, who truly lost in that situation? Did I lose because I loved? It brings me back to that old phrase. It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. That's a heavy phrase. And we're all talking about the same thing. We're all looking for answers. So don't take me at face value and understand. I'm merely having a conceptualized thought right now. I'm just going with intuition right now because I feel from my dream and from my life experience and from my own battles with faux flame that I can't honestly say, no matter how false the flame was, that it was not a valuable experience in my life. Because it was a catalyst. It was a turning point. It was a place of discovery. It went from being stagnant to a fountain. It was fuel to share what I'm sharing with you all now. It permeated my being. It changed me. It evolved me. It made me more aware of love and loving. If your heart's been broken, if your heart's been crushed, and if you're living in a place where you feel that still, it's the body responding because it has no other way to. If you begin to allow it to be what it is, and to understand that you didn't do anything wrong because you loved someone. You never do. Any mother will tell you their child is perfect to them, true. But if their child goes out into the world and does something horrific, or if their child goes out into the world and just doesn't become what they dreamed, they won't love them less. Now, there are those exceptional experiences where people are so burdened down by emotional and mental weight from trauma that aren't getting the proper help because our system hasn't been set up to do that. But in the normal, everyday case, any mother will love unconditionally in that point. And we just did a whole episode talking about unconditional love and how that flows. Right? And I wanted to just say, when we are talking and when we are discussing here, everything is open, it's free, it's a freedom of discussion. If you have an idea that I'm not expressing and you want to express it, go down below, express it. Always in love, always out of love. Because we have to be careful. I have to be careful. We wield a certain level of aware power because technology is put in our hands the ability to express ourselves to millions of people. So let's be careful not to vent in a way that destroys. If you feel you want to talk about love, which I had a wonderful person, Stephen, that just gave this beautiful comment about his situation with his twin flame and his experience and his referral for a video that is awesome. That is out of love. And I feel it and I see it and I read it and I'm just thankful that people are coming forward like that. Especially men. All my men listening, get involved. I need you. I need your male energy and your female energy to meet. That divine balance, I need that power to be shown here. Because that's where we're going to find our unity. That's where we're going to find our union. That's where we're going to change this world. It's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to be soft. It's okay to cry. It is okay to embrace weakness. Because that is your biggest strength. Amen on that. Hallelujah to that. Let me be the first to bear my weakness. Twin flames all over the world, if you're together, I give you a praise. Tell us how you did it. Tell us how you manifested it. And if you're not, don't lose heart. Don't lose hope. In the constitution of clearing out your own self, of raising a revolution from within, a spiritual, emotional revolution, the recognition of self, the recognition of you, searching for healing, searching for something of meaning, finding the divinity, finding the source inside of you is the secret. As you begin to unfold that which is within, as you begin to dive deeper into yourself, to see clarity, to stir the waters inside of your soul, to release the stagnant pond that is within, as you go deeper, you allow those waters to flow out of you. You empower your twin. There's telepathic connection, there's psychic connection, there is empathic connection to that twin. And they feel as you come to that fluidity, as you bubble up to the surface, as your river starts to flow, as life starts to explode out of you, as you begin to love and to learn and to laugh and to live and to give, your twin will feel it's impossible not to. Will it bring them to you in a 3D relationship? Maybe not. But your chances are a hell of a lot better that it will. Don't stay at the stagnant place. Stir it up. Fire it up. This is twin flames. Flames. We're fanning fire. We're kicking that fire up. We're burning. We're getting a bonfire. We're on a beach, baby, and it is stars in the sky, and we're burning a bonfire, and we're blazing that. This is about heat. This is about cleansing. This is about hot. Yeah. So, things not to dwell on. Don't dwell on the limiting beliefs and negativity. Don't let people tell you what you feel, what you believe is wrong. If it's wrong, you'll discover that for yourself. You don't necessarily need help to do that. That's why if someone asks me, is this my twin flame? I immediately refer you back to yourself. I'll show you how to go back to yourself. I'll give you tips on how to get there. But I'm not going to give you that answer. If the I Ching wants to give you guidance, I can do that. My intuition will tell you certain things, but it is not my place to give you a yay or a nay on if that is your flame, if that is your path. I'll walk you to the point where you can decide to go left or right. For me to go beyond that is to be interrupting and to manipulating that which is not mine to do. So keep in mind that when you're going through life, and render negativity useless. Truth, energy, creating reality by default. Let your light shine. If you need to vent, vent. But do it to someone that is going to sit there and listen and not judge. And don't vent out for the world to see, because then you will provide systems of judgment. There was a case in which a twin had vented. And they vented to all the wrong people. And this caused their twin to run. But furthermore, venting in such a overbearing way, full of negativity, full of this animal response, the fight or flight, they raised an army of people that were against that union, that empowered it with negative energy. So be careful where you share. Share where you don't get judged. Share with those that truly listen. And don't get tangled up in other people's energy, right? Because we're energetic souls. And again, I refer to the quote of where Jerry Hicks, who is with Esther Hicks, who does Abraham Hicks, he said, you can wave your arms as wildly around as you want, and you can dance and swing and wave, but as long as you don't hit me, I don't care. Because you're expressing you're expressing yourself, but when it starts to encroach on other people's space, not going to do it. So the source reminds us that getting tangled up in energetic, emotional energy that is negative or not ours can tend to separate us from that flow that we're experiencing. So don't get tied up in the energy. I have to do that regularly because I deal with so many people. I can't get, even in a healthcare fashion, I have to be empathetic. I have to give energy. I have to give love, but I can't get tied up in that struggle. I have to be an unbiased witnessing source from the outside, loving without judgment, but I can't get caught in the mix of the struggle. So try not to, because life is a struggle in itself. Why do you want to pile on more stuff? Because this is about ascension. This is about soul goals. This is about uplifting. This is about purifying. This is about you reuniting with your twin. This is about you reuniting with Source. This is about seeing yourself through the Source mirror, so you no longer see it through your judgmental mind. This is about you being able to see the true you, right? Let me hear an amen. Or an a women. I don't know why we used men. I mean, why is amen? Why can't it be a women? We could change it. And then the other third thing I would like to say, and this is even when you're listening to me, don't look to others for all the answers, because they don't have the answers always. I can inspire you. I can steer you. I can give you an idea that can spark that answer within yourself. But ultimately and infinitely, you are already the designer of your own path. Your soul knows point A to point B. The body is only a filter. Your soul knows it all. And once you seek silence, once you seek that place, that special place to learn and to give and to grow, then you begin to listen to your soul, and your soul is the guide. That's why I always say, I will help you to help yourself. Like they say, if you give a man a fish, he will eat for a day. If you teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime. I'm only trying to teach you to fish. I'm not fishing for you. I'm helping you find your answer. Even if you come to me for an intuitive counseling, for an intuitive reading. I mean, we can do it until we get you to a place, but ultimately I'm going to teach you how to do it yourself. Right? Just understand that constantly seeking information and insight from people externally on this journey isn't going to necessarily help you on the journey inside within. You need to sit down and you need to see yourself. You need to begin to stop judging yourself. Don't fall into being a martyr. Don't fall into your own victimization. Don't fall into your own thought processes, into that deep dark crevice where you start to begin to believe that you are these things which you are not. You're a being of light, baby. You are a being, a creation, a divine source of energy and life. Awaken. Rise up. There's a book that Dr. Laura wrote, and it said, bad child, or was it bad childhood, bad child, good adult, something like that. I don't listen to her too much, but I did recall that the book made sense in some ways. And it's like what Miguel Ruiz said in the Four Agreements. Yes, we all had bad things happen. And yes, we could choose to live there. And yes, we could choose to repeat those cycles. But why? You've already been there. You've already done that. Stop it. And that can keep you stuck in negativity. That will keep you in this unconscious, subconscious distance from your twin. Where you start feeling that, oh, I embrace that people are feeling sorry for me. They're giving me attention. And there's nothing wrong with attention, but the good kind of attention. Let's don't deal in sympathy. Let's be empathetic and let's be positive. Let's get you on your feet. Let's pick you up. Let's help you pull up your bootstraps, right? And remember, telepathic. Wonder Twin powers activate, shape of. Right. Another big thing, another big tip in this separation state. Don't forget that you can talk to your twin telepathically. So when you go inside and you pray to yourself and you are experiencing the inner voice of your source and God, you can talk to your twin. It's just when they show people go up to a grave and they're talking to the person that's buried in the ground. Well, their spirit is not there, but the symbolic moment of that totem is there. The understanding of a point of contact so that your body can be in a place where it doesn't question the reality of talking to that person. You don't have to be at the grave to talk to them. You don't have to be next to your twin to talk to them. We can talk. We can express. We can be there. The souls are connected. Interwoven web, 5-dimensional, baby. Look at the Hopi prophecy, and then you'll start to understand. And then another thing I have to say, and I was guilty of this many different times, where you're going to talk, and you're going to think, and you're going to want, but you never take action. You'll discuss it till it's dead in the water, but you will never move. Like the quote, baby, you're not a tree, so move. Because the mind can only explain things based it already knows. So what your understanding is that if you keep doing the same thing every day, tomorrow is never going to be different. Right? Everything is energy, and physics won't prove that. We're all energetic beings, and truth is energy. Movement is energy. The universe doesn't stop, so why do you? Don't get stuck in a rut. Don't get stuck in your journey. Don't let your journey freeze. Stagnance has no source. Be a river. Be a light. So today, I am doing a shorter audio, obviously. 26 minutes is that short. This is a pep talk. This is a spiritual pep talk. This is from a place where I was yesterday, where I'm dealing with my own dark corners. When I have a dream, and when I have a wake-up call of my own mortality, and I begin to get anxiety and fear of, wait, I'm not doing my mission enough. I'm not doing this. I'm getting old. I don't want to be old. And I got to battle those demons. We all have our demons that we battle. I'm just sharing it with you so you know I am human, and I am here, and I am listening, but I'm still moving forward. I'm still trying to be positive. I'm still coming from a place that's in the present, baby, right here. I'm not going to let it drag me back to the past, because the past ain't where I want to go. Because I already know what the past holds. It holds a lot of shit. It doesn't hold anything that I want to be in. Even if there's good memories in the past, keep it. Because I want to make new memories. I want to be in the moment. I want to be in that magic. Right? So, look for me to drop that video later on today about silence, my retreat for silence, and how I experienced that silence, and the benefits of silence. Because I do feel that silence is great, and it's a good tool to be able to understand and use in the course of separation, in the course of this distance from your twin. So, peace, light, and love, as always. And I will see you on the other side.